Alright, hi everybody. My name is Mike, and we're going to be changing out the brake pads on a 1991 Previa. I'm doing it on the front passenger side, or driver side if you're in a country that makes sense. And first thing we're going to do is take off the tire, and you can do that any way you want. I use a magical spell because I'm a lazy wizard, but you can use a jack or a donkey, anything you want. So let's take off the tire and move right on. Okay, so we got the tire off, and what we're going to need to do is to take these are the brake pads. We're going to take this caliper off, or actually we're going to raise it up because it's on a hinge. So what we need to do is we need to take off this bolt right here. This is the caliper bolt, and the Toyota Previa takes a 14. I'm going to put a 14 on there, and this can be really tough. This can be a really hard bolt to take off. So what I do is I use what's called a breaker bar. And a breaker bar, I'll show you mine right here. It's part of a pool ladder. A breaker bar is something that you insert your wrench into, and then it adds leverage. So if you pull from all the way over here, it's going to give you 3 to 4 times the leverage that you already had. So it adds a lot to your arm power, and that way you don't have to use power tools or anything. So if I pull from all the way over here, I'm going to get the leverage I need to pull up on this bolt, which can be really hard. This bolt can be harder to get off than an oil pan bolt sometimes. So yeah, we're going to take that off. Okay, so once you get it off, I'm going to pull this up like this, and then these things are they might try to pop out at you. That's why I'm not going to pull it up all the way on this video, because I don't want these to fly off. So this is going to come all the way up. So pull this all the way up here. Okay, once you get this caliper up, these are our brake pads, these things right here that are moving. We're just going to take these out and replace them. Take them out, put the new ones in, right where they were. When you take them out, remember where they are, because one of these, the one on the outside of the car, has this little nubby thing on the other one. The other one is symmetrical. So there you go. We're going to take these out, put new ones on. Easy as that. Okay, you're going to see these 2 holes. Here's one right here in the center of the frame, and one over here, and that is where you're going to put these wishbone things, and it's going to look like that when you put the wishbones in. Okay, so when you start, this is the caliper piston. This is going to be pushed out further this way, because as your brakes wear down and get smaller, this automatically adjusts. So what you need to do is you need to push this back towards the inside of the car to get this caliper back on your brake pads. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to throw the old brake pad in here like this, and then we're going to take a screwdriver up here into the hole like this, and we're going to pry it. We're going to pry like this, and that'll get the caliper piston to shrink again. And the reason we put the old brake pad in there is because you don't want to pry directly on the caliper piston, because that might fuck it up. See, pretty simple. We're just going to put the caliper back on. Done deal. And then all we got to do is put the screw caliper bolt back in, and we are good to go. So we're just going to screw that back in, put the wheel on, and we have changed our brake pads.